everyone, we should be live. What is up, and welcome to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix 2025 watch along, and buckle in because Baku never disappoints. Yeah, we are going to see 51 laps of pure chaos in the street circuit of Baku. 2 kilometers straight, which is the longest in F1, and we have the castle section, which is narrowest in the F1 calendar. So it is basically threading a needle at 200 kilometers an hour. And let's not forget, we have seen a lot of drama unfold during the past years here, because it is a crazy circuit, my guys. It is a crazy circuit. Whether it is the crashes of Charles Leclerc in the qualifying, or it is the accident, the crash between Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez in the last season race. It unfolds drama. We have red flags, we have yellow flags, we have everything in this race, my boys. We have everything in this race. Kuch bhi ho bhai. It will be very fun to watch. It will be crazy good, and we have a heck of a race in front of us. Let's look at the lineups first. Who is starting? What's happening in the race so far? क्या होने वाला है? Verstappen, of course, snatching that pole. Yesterday we had a crazy session of qualifying in the race, in the Grand Prix. We have a lot to watch out for, because Carlos Sainz is starting off on the front row, followed by Liam Lawson and Kimi Antonelli in the second row, and McLaren nowhere to be seen until the fourth row and the fifth row, and Ferrari, Charles Leclerc again crashing out on turn 15. He is famous to do that, isn't he? He always does crash in Baku. It is Baku heritage, my guys. It is Baku heritage. So, lot of action yesterday. 6 red flags. The longest ever qualifying session in Formula 1 we had to witness yesterday. 6 red flags. Alex Albon would be cursing himself. He would be cursing himself because he was not able to get any lap in, and he actually introduced the first red flag of the race in this qualifying session. And he is qualified 20, and his partner, his teammate, is qualifying at the front row. He would be kicking himself for sure, because he had a chance, and I was talking about this yesterday as well, that Williams has a good chance because they have the straight line speed. We have seen this in this season itself. We have seen that in the past races too, because things get crazy. Things get crazy in Baku. Followed by Tsunoda finally getting a Q3 in the qualifying, and actually getting a P6 qualified, and that is a good chance. That is a brilliant chance for Yuki Tsunoda to actually get the first podium for himself in Red Bull. It is a crazy chance, and Charles Leclerc will be kicking himself as well, because he had a chance to go on pole, and I felt that if Charles Leclerc would have gotten that lap, he would be on the front row, if not the pole itself. Because Charles Leclerc loves to drive in Baku. Charles Leclerc is unbeaten in Baku. Last 4 years, there have been 4-time winners has been Charles Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton couldn't get out of Q2. Alonso just qualifying ahead of him. The two veterans of the Formula 1 grid are standing over in 11th and 12th. So that is pretty crazy. And now Ocon, I think, is starting from the pit, it seems, because he is 20th, and he shouldn't be 20th at that scenario, if you will. So I think Ocon will be starting on the pits. Hajar had some issues driving the car in the pre-race testing, if you will. So we will need to see what exactly is the issue with Isaac Hajar, whether he will be starting on the grid or will he be starting off the pit lane. That will be a thing to watch out for, boys. That will be a thing to watch out for, guys. Apart from it, talking about this track, what is happening in this track, If you want to know a lot about the tracks, this track is everything. The street circuit of Baku is one of the greatest circuits in the F1 calendar, and it is now extended for the next 5 years. We will have 5 more races in Baku until 2030. But having said that, what's so special about this track, if you ask me? This track is chaos. We have a 2 kilometer long straight where the DRS flaps open, where the cars go almost, they hit 350 kilometers an hour, which is ultra pacey, followed by steep, slow corners. The braking, you should be at point. You should be absolutely on point on braking, because if you miss the braking point by a meter or 10 meters even, you're going to go off and hit the wall. You're going to give yourself chance to go on the runway that the F1 street of Baku provides. You will be in the runway, you will lose places if you miss your braking points. The precision, the absolute precision is absolutely important in this race. It needs to be very on point. That's the only thing, guys. That is the only thing that I was talking about. Because it is a play, it is a game of judgment in this track. Because if you don't go around and actually anticipate the corners well, you will lose out. You will lose out positions. Because if you see the track coming turn 1, before the turn 1, there is a long fucking straight. There is a 2 kilometer straight stretching from the main street of Baku. Turn 1, you have a very spacious turn 1. You can see 4 cars actually being head to head, tire to tire, wheel to wheel on the turn 1. Then coming, you will go on full throttle on turn 2. You will be having DRS again on that occasion, and apart from it, then you will be slowing down to on the turn 3. You will quickly go on right-hander turn 4. Then you will go straight for a while, and then you will have a chicane in the terms of turn 5 and 6. You will go straight again. Then you have the slowest corner of the track, that is the turn 7, and there the castle section starts. You will go out on turn 8 and 9, and you have a lot of corners going around very quickly. Then you will go into the turn 12, then 13 and 14, 15, and you actually go out and you move on a left-hander turn 16, and then you have a free-flowing car. You will be on full throttle for more than 2 kilometers at a time. So that is the Baku street circuit for you guys. That is the Baku street circuit. We have 20 turns, but apart from, and the main turns are actually just the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. So you only have 10 corners, which are actually slow corners that you will have to precisely go around. But other than that, you will actually be very comfortable going on full throttle. And there is a fun fact associated with this track, is that you actually go ahead and you actually move in a way that on 72% of the track, you actually go ahead and take your car on full throttle. There is no braking. You just go out and full throttle in the 72% of the track, that is almost 3/4 of the track. The only time you actually brake is the corners. You don't have slow corners. You have a couple of them, I will not lie, but there are a very few slow corners on the track. And that is the fun about Baku. There it will test your judgment, and the streets are narrow. Apart from the main straight and the turn 2 to turn 3 DRS zone, the streets are very narrow. There is no overtaking opportunity. The only overtakes you will see on the track will happen on turn 1 and 2, and the DRS zones are respected to that, connected to that. Apart from it, you will not see any kind of overtaking going around. But the overtakes are a very high in number in Baku. So that is what is interesting about the track of Baku. So everyone is ready on the grid. Everyone's car is actually on the grid right now. There are some interviews going around for the team principals, for the drivers, and all of that thing. But everyone is ready to kick off. We are almost 10 minutes away from lights out. Actually formations lap, but we're almost 10 minutes out from the lights out. So yeah, it is very interesting, boys. It is very interesting to go around on this circuit as I explained it to you. Very high speed straights. You almost hit 350 kilometers an hour on this track while you are actually driving on the main straight of that 2 kilometer straight that we talked about. But apart from it, you actually go ahead and actually go with the flow. No braking, nothing else, just pure chaos. Pure speed, temple of speed. It is temple of speed Spa is called, but I would say Baku is a temple of speed as well. And it will be fun, boys. It will be fun. Believe me, if you're joining me for the first time, if you're joining me, if you're joining an F1 watch along, it will be very fun, bro. It will be very fun today. Baku, here we go. Let's go. Boys, what are your thoughts? What are your predictions? Tell me what is going on with you. What do you think is happening in the race today? What do you think? Please drop your predictions in the chat. Drop your predictions in the chat. Old jokes, don't take it seriously. But anyway, yeah. We're going off. The official stream is about to start. One last commercial before we go into the game, and we will actually get started, boys. We will actually get started on the thing. And dude, we forgot to talk about Carlos Sainz. How can we miss Carlos Sainz? Carlos Sainz is the one on the radar, actually, because it is the first front row for Williams in nearly 4 years. The last front row Williams actually got was in Spa, where there was a rain and George Russell pulled it off for Williams. So that's pretty much that. Apart from it, we have to see what happens, but not. And it is going to be really amazing race to see today. We will be seeing it, boys. We will be seeing it. Absolutely. Everyone is ready now. Everyone is taking the place in their cars. Soon the mechanics, the pit crew will make their way into the pits and the drivers will be off for a formation lap. If you're new to this, if you're new to the stream, let me know in the chat what are your predictions. Who is winning the race, my guys? Who is winning the race today? Tell me, boys. Tell me. Tell me why he hates us. You could tell me why. बकचोदी कर रहा हूँ भाई. ज़्यादा seriously ना लेना मेरे को. We are here to have some fun. We will have some fun. Believe me. But yeah, that's that. That's that, boys. That's that. We will be having some fun. That's for sure, boys. That's for sure. Boys, what are your predictions? Please let me know in the comments. Please let me know in the comments what are you guys thinking about this race today. What are your predictions? We were talking about Carlos Sainz. Let's talk about Carlos Sainz for a while. What can we actually expect out of Carlos Sainz? And I think he has a brilliant opportunity to actually go ahead and do some things for himself. for Williams, there is a huge opportunity for him to be on the front row, to be at the lead at turn 1 going into this race. That will be the case for Carlos Sainz, and I think he has a top opportunity to get into that groove, the lead. Can you imagine a Williams car actually going ahead and winning or taking the lead after such horrible seasons that got out? So that's that, boys. That's that. And that's about it. I want to know more about what are you guys thinking on this race. And we talked about Baku a little bit. We talked about the track a little bit. The season so far, it is actually refreshing to see McLaren not in the front row or in the front 3 rows as well. They are in the 4th row. Lando Norris is starting at 7th. Oscar Piastri on the 5th row, starting at 9th. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton are 10th and 12th respectively. So that's about it, boys. That's about it. That will be very interesting. That will be very interesting. Absolutely, boys. Absolutely. What do you guys think, dude? What do you guys think? Let me know your predictions. I want to know your predictions on this. We're about to start. We're about to start on the race. We will be starting off any moment. We're 5 minutes away. The clock will tick and we will get it over with. And there we go. We are having the F1 intro on our screens right now. It is going to be so good, boys. It will be so good. So let me show you what are we handling actually right now. We are looking at the standings in the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen wants to go close to Lando Norris on this occasion because he has a great chance to actually go ahead and take some points off Max. Take some points difference and lower the difference of points in the championship lead for McLaren. But having said that, McLaren actually have a chance to actually go ahead and win the Constructors' Championship today. If they win the race, they will actually go ahead and clinch the Constructors' Championship. But even if they finish 2 and 3, they will clash and clinch the Constructors' Championship. Track record is with Charles Leclerc, which is recorded a couple of years back in 2023, and the race lap record is also with Charles Leclerc. So Charles Leclerc is the master of this track. So it will be very interesting to see what actually goes around on this track and what will actually happen when we go ahead and go on to racing. Boys, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the race today? Because, dude, Azerbaijan, Baku is one of the greatest circuits on the F1 calendar. Alex Albon is starting at 19th, Pierre Gasly at 18th, Nico Hülkenberg at 17th. Colapinto and Behrman actually went ahead and crashed his car out, so he's actually going on 15th. Lance Stroll and Bortoleto on 13th and 14th respectively. It is Lewis Hamilton who missed out on Q3, and he finishes 12th. Ahead of him was Fernando Alonso. 10th is Charles Leclerc, who crashed into turn 15 yesterday. Oscar Piastri also had a crashing at turn 4. Isaac Hadjar on 8th. Lando Norris on 7th. It is Yuki Tsunoda who is actually on the the 4th row. No, it is the 3rd row. It is the 3rd row, boys. My bad. Antonelli getting the 2nd row with Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson, after having a sack from Red Bull actually goes ahead and puts his Racing Bull on the third. And of course, the front row is locked on with Max Verstappen and Carlos Sainz. How interesting would this game be today, boys? How interesting would this game be? Because we're not far away from kickoff. We're not far away from kickoff at all, boys. We're not far away from kickoff at all. There are a lot of fans for McLaren. There are a lot of fans for Mercedes. There are a lot of fans for Ferrari and Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen would want to extend his lead into the game. He would actually want to go ahead and win the race and actually decrease the difference between the two McLarens and Max Verstappen. He's actually going ahead and chasing the two McLarens. He has a wonderful chance today, Max Verstappen, to go ahead and clinch the all-important points and reduce the deficit. He is starting first, but Carlos Sainz, it is a battle of midfield today because Racing Bulls, Williams are in the top three. They would want to clinch some all-important points here. They would actually want to clinch some all-important points. Williams are standing currently fifth on the Constructors' Championship. It would be very beneficial to actually extend their lead into the championship and go ahead of Aston Martin there with Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll. And having said that, Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll are not far away at all. And below them is RBF1 team. It is the Racing Bulls. Racing Bulls, if they get some points on Williams today, they can actually overtake two of their rivals in the midfield in Aston Martin and Williams. So all three of these teams, Aston Martin, Racing Bulls and Williams, these three would want to clinch some points and go ahead in the championship in the Constructors. So that is the case, boys. That is the case here, and we will be starting the race any moment here. Any moment we would be live, and the formation lap has already started, guys. The formation lap has already started. So everyone is on the track right now. They are on the track. They will be on the track, and they would want to go ahead and get some all important points. They would want to get the all important points here. Everyone is on the track right now as we speak. These are the stats you're seeing on the screen for the race. We have good traction. This track often gives us good traction. The grip is actually pretty good, and the tire wear is not so much on this track. So it will be very interesting to see what actually happens in the race. We will be seeing what happens in the race. Everyone is just finishing up their laps. They're on the last corner. Alex Albon taking the 16th turn. Right behind, no, that was actually Carlos Sainz who was taking the turn. So that's that. They're following ahead. They're going ahead. We will be starting any moment now. Everyone is ready with their camera phones to start the Baku Grand Prix. Everyone is making their way to the track. They're settled. They're going in. They will be off any moment soon. We will be any moment in, boys. It's going to be very, very interesting. Both the McLarens making their way to the grid. Max Verstappen is ready on the grid. He will be kicking off his campaign here. tense moments for the Racing Bull teams because they want to get the most of it. They want to get the most out of this game right now, this race. They are in a fantastic position to go ahead and do some things for the team. They will be going ahead, they will be going forward to get the points here. Everyone is ready on the track. Everyone is on the track now. They will be taking the place. It's any moment. Everyone is ready. Everyone will go ahead. And we are going. It's lights out and away we go on Baku in Azerbaijan. Max Verstappen takes the lead going in front. Racing Bull. It is a very clean start. It is a very clean start. No one actually going ahead and crashing into anything. It is a very clean start there. Aston Martin getting a couple of places up there. I'm feeling Oscar Piastri is 20th. What happened there? What happened to Oscar Piastri? What just happened? He started from the pit. Is it, chat? Please let me know if he started from the pits. I think Oscar Piastri started from the pits here. They're taking a hit. And we have already a yellow flag, and as Oscar Piastri again crashes out in the turn 4, and no, it is the turn 5 actually, he crashes out the same way he did in the qualifying. He crashed out in qualifying at the turn 4. He crashed out again at turn 5 right after handling the turn very well. He's crashing out, boys. He's crashing out, and it is a safety car. And this is what I was talking about. We have a lot of safety cars going around on this track, and it actually gets pretty interesting as the game goes on, boys. The game goes on pretty well. This is what we expect from Baku. This is what we expect from Baku. It was, again, it is just a bad break there. You can't make a mistake on that chicane. It is one of the most important sectors. It is one of the most important areas in the track, and it is a yellow card. Yellow card. I'm watching a lot of football, so mind my yellow card. It is a yellow flag. We are in the game. It is a yellow flag in the first lap itself, and it is a safety car right now. Generally, we follow a one-stop strategy on the circuit. It is mediums and hards, or it is either hards and mediums. You can see on the screen everyone is on hards or mediums, and Ocon already pitting. Ocon has pitted, guys. Ocon has pitted. I'm not sure why, but he has had an early stop there. He has had an early stop. Can we see why though? Can we see why? Did he have any contact? Can we see the tire history, guys? Can we see the tire history here? One lap on the hard, and Ocon has already pitted. He's out of the pits. He is having a soft tire or a medium, that is. That is an interesting take here. Already having a lot to see. What exactly happened here? Why did Ocon pit so early? Why did that happen? I want to know about that. I want to see how that went around. Let's look at the replay again. What exactly happened? It was a clean start from everyone. Kimi Antonelli actually taking the lead. Yuki Tsunoda making a move on no one because he was actually defending off his track. And he actually overtook George Russell, and Yuki Tsunoda is standing at Yuki Tsunoda is at 6th itself. I'm not sure. That can't be right. He actually overtook Russell, didn't he? Or did Russell overtook him again? Tsunoda was on the move. And it is a very, very good take from Sainz and Lawson actually holding their positions. They are holding the position off. They are not letting it go. Oscar Piastri actually did not start from the pits. He actually did not. He actually just stood there. He didn't move. I don't know if he wasn't ready for the start or his system hanged around. Chat, if anyone is watching, let me know what was the error from Piastri. He just went straight into the barriers there. Something has to be wrong with the car. Something definitely has to be wrong with the car because he is fucking up in the start and as well as the corner there. Did he lock up? Did he do anything? Can he not start from down the grid? Is he too used to starting from pole or second, having clean air, and right now in traffic he just froze? What happened, chat? What happened here? What exactly happened? Oscar Piastri did this. Yeah. You know, my girlfriend actually hates Oscar Piastri. He actually calls him pastry. For some reason, I'm not sure why. But yeah, she would be happy today, for sure. She would be happy today. And yeah, that's the reason why Ocon had to pit so early. There was a contact with Lance Stroll there, and he had to pit and change his tires off to potentially avoid a puncture there going ahead into the game. Actually needed to see, needed to be safe. So that happened, of course. See, boys, this is what I was talking about. You need to be very precise. You need to be very active on the car, on the drive, in the street circuit of Baku. There is no room for error for anyone to go ahead and crash their cars. Apart from the turn 1 long straight and the turn 2 DRS zone, there is no room for error after you cross the turn 3 and 4. And that's exactly where Oscar Piastri did crash himself into. Oscar Piastri is out. McLaren can't win the championship today now because Piastri has lost. He has gone into the barriers. He froze on the start. He actually went ahead and slammed his car on turn 5. That was the most important part. There is a chicane going there. So that happened. Anyway, Lawson and Carlos Sainz actually holding off their places. Safety car should end any moment because the car is cleared off and the barriers are in the place. Piastri is not ruining his chances there. Yeah, he's actually leading the championship as we stand. He is well and truly like 30 points clear. Even if Lando Norris wins today, he will still be safe because we know that Lando Norris is actually susceptible to crash his car under pressure. So it may be that Norris actually fucks it up today again. So that's the case because he's actually facing Charles Leclerc on his back and Hamilton moving up 2 places, coming into 10th. Both Ferraris into the points now. So it is possible that Lando Norris fucks it up again. There is no ruining chances for Piastri. Uh, that's pretty much that. Gap is getting smaller, but Lando Norris is 8th right now. Uh, not sure how much Norris will actually gain on this, you know, this place. He actually has lost a place to Hajar today on the turn 1 and 2. He actually lost a place to Isaac Hajar. But the start will be interesting. He has some chance, and I don't know. In traffic, I don't actually trust Norris into like going ahead and performing really well. I think there is a chance that he again goes ahead and crashes the McLaren in some flag. It is a green flag. Verstappen is tiptoeing with the cars. Once he goes ahead, he will actually start off the game. He will start off the race. Everyone is waiting for Verstappen to hit the throttle, and so the game will start. And Verstappen is still not. He still is waiting. He's still waiting. He is testing the patience of every car there. Liam Lawson there, very, very close to Carlos Sainz. He wants to complete an overtake on the turn 1. And there he hits it. There he hits it. Verstappen, and we are back racing, boys. We are back racing. And this is what I was talking about in the start as well. We can see like 4 cars here. It is Liam Lawson's Racing Bull. It was a Mercedes. It was a Red Bull again, and there was a lot of traffic coming into turn 1. Verstappen flying. Verstappen is flying right now. It is a battle of midfield today. It is definitely a battle of midfield today, because all 3 of the constructors are so close by. Williams, Aston Martin and RBF1 team. Everyone would want to score some points in this race right now, because there is a great chance to go ahead and get some points and get a lead in the midfield. Because if Williams actually finish second with Carlos Sainz, they will be in the lead, of course. But if Lawson and Hajar, and if they play the strategy right, they can actually overtake the Williams today. Because they're not far off. They're not just far off. We're back again, boys. We're back again racing. Things are going quite well right now. We're in the narrowest sections. We are in the turn 15 where Charles Leclerc has overtook Lando Norris here, guys. Charles Leclerc has overtook Lando Norris, and Lando Norris loses another place. And Leclerc is on the move. He overtook Hajar now. He is at 7th. Lando Norris fucking it up again for McLaren. He never does well under pressure, and he has to do a lot better here. He has to do a lot better. And Isaac Hajar defending Lando Norris pretty well, but he has actually made the move. But Hajar has the inside line, but Norris overtakes, and he is back in the game. He is back in the game. He overtook. And there is Hamilton making a move on Isaac Hajar. Isaac Hajar is under a lot of pressure, under a very raw pressure from all the experienced drivers right there. And Isaac Hajar loses a place to Hamilton. It is close to the corner, and Hamilton makes the move, but Hajar still has the place. Brilliant defending from Isaac Hajar, but can he continue this for an elongated period of time? Hajar defends off Hamilton, and he keeps his place, and now Hamilton will have a chance on the long straight after turn 16 here. It will be interesting to see if Hajar can continue this defending. Brilliant defending from Isaac Hajar here. Brilliant defending. Look at the move. Look at the start. Charles Leclerc had an amazing start on Lando Norris. As soon as the throttle was on, he made the move on Lando Norris just before turn 1. And before turn 2, he was ahead of Isaac Hajar as well. Absolutely amazing. Russell lost a place there to Yuki Tsunoda, was it? Russell lost a place to Yuki Tsunoda. Tsunoda is up in the fifth. Chat, can Red Bull get a double podium today? Can they play it right and get a double podium today? Red Bull double podium incoming or not? Can Yuki Tsunoda put himself on his first podium in F1 in the history? Can he get his first podium today? There is a great chance for Yuki Tsunoda to be on the podium today for sure. But can he pull it off? Lewis Hamilton still chasing Isaac Hadjar. Hadjar defending him beautifully right now. Amazing, amazing defense from Isaac Hadjar. George Russell right on the tail of Yuki Tsunoda, trying to make an overtake, trying to make a move. He will get a chance. He will get a chance down the main straight. Right now they're at the turn 4 and 5 at the chicane. There is no move to be taken here. We've been given a 5-second penalty for jump start. It was Alonso who is getting a 5-second penalty for a jump start. He says he was actually reacting to Piastri. I'm not sure what just happened there, but Piastri actually froze down the start. He actually froze. Alonso had to go around him to go ahead of him, and yeah, things went wild. For sure. For sure. Chat, what are you feeling about the race? What are you feeling about the race? There is another yellow flag and it is cleared. Someone, I think, went off on the runway. That's why there was a yellow flag announcement or a warning. We'll see the replay soon. And there is Norris against Leclerc. Leclerc having the inside line and also having the lead. And finally, Hamilton has made a move on Isaac Hadjar, and Isaac Hadjar is now on the 10th place. But he's still chasing Hamilton down the back. Leclerc wants to make a move on Yuki Tsunoda desperately. He's very close by. He's almost tailgating the guy there. He is very, very close by. Absolutely close by. How much interval is there between the two? Tsunoda and Russell will need to refresh my statistics here. Norris is sandwiched between the two Ferraris at the moment. He's actually trying to get ahead of Charles Leclerc. He wants to do it. He wants to go ahead and do the things. But right now he's not able to. He's actually gaining. He's actually getting good laps in on Leclerc. But can he make the move? Or will he play the long game right now? Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen are actually flying ahead. Liam Lawson is facing a little bit of pressure from Kimi Antonelli. Kimi Antonelli is very close by. George Russell tried to make a move on Yuki Tsunoda there, but he failed to do so on the first turn. He will get another chance on the turn 2. He will get the DRS open. He will go ahead and do some things. He will try to do some things on the game right now. Trying to make another move, George Russell, but he fails to do that. Again onto the turn 3. Now we will going into the narrow sections. He will need to wait before the turn 20 to go ahead on the 2 km straight on DRS. He's very close by, 0.7 seconds gap, 7/10 of a second. He's going ahead and trying his moves on Yuki Tsunoda. George Russell keeping his distance, keeping his car in DRS range for the long straight here. He will try to make a move on Yuki Tsunoda here, and I think he can actually go ahead and make his move count on the turn 1. There we go. We're going out around the turn 16, and now it is full throttle from here, flat out from here. It is all flat out. Final corner, it is the turn 20, and we are driving into the long straight here. George Russell has his DRS flaps open. He will be going ahead and trying to make a move on Yuki Tsunoda. He is very close. He's very close. Tsunoda has the inside line, but just defends him really, really well there. He defends him beautifully. Trying to make a move before the turn 2. He will get the DRS again. He will be on DRS range. He will make his flaps open. Trying to make a move. Moving ahead. And Russell completes his move. Russell is above Yuki Tsunoda. He makes the move count and he goes ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. Brilliant driving, brilliant anticipation, brilliant absolute drama. Love this kind of thing. Absolutely fun to watch. What a move from George Russell. He was patient. He knew he will get his time. He will get his chance. He was patient for a couple of laps and he finally makes the move before the turn 3. Absolutely brilliant driving from George Russell there. Absolute brilliant. And on the back, Norris is still trying to find some space ahead of Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is in DRS range of Yuki Tsunoda as well. Norris is in the DRS range. Hamilton is in the DRS range. There will be DRS train coming forward in the main straight on this lap. And Tsunoda will have to do a lot of defending on this part. He needs to be very... For fuck's sake. Chat, am I coming onto the stream well right now? Is the stream back on again? Chat, am I back on again? Chat, please tell me if I am back on. Am I back on, chat? Chat, please let me know if I am back on to the stream. Currently, if I'm back on, please chat, let me know. The stream was lagging a little bit. It was off for a while. Am I back on again? Give me a thumbs up, chat, if the stream you can see right now. It got disconnected. It shouldn't happen, but it has. What will you do, boys? What will you do about that? The internet is pretty shit right now. It feels like the internet is pretty shit. Anyway, are we back on, boys? Are we back on? I want to know, guys. I want to know if the stream is back on. Think the stream should be back on, boys. I want to know your thing here. What actually happened? But anyway, since we are back on, we will be streaming again. We will be streaming again. Yeah, I think we are back on. We will be streaming again. Let's go, let's go. What happened during the course? I don't think anything happened during the course right now. Stream is healthy, stream is back on, boys. We should not be wasting any time and get back to racing again. Kimi Antonelli and George Russell. George Russell is making a move. George Russell is cutting his time off on Kimi Antonelli. He wants to overtake Kimi Antonelli during the turn one in the next corner. Next time he is on the long straight. Can he pull himself off on the DRS range? Can he get himself in the DRS range? Kimi Antonelli is very close to Liam Lawson as well. Can these guys both pull it off? There is a possibility that Liam Lawson actually loses 2 places in the coming 30 seconds of the race. There is a high probability that that can happen. That can happen, boys. Always remember that. That will be a crucial time in the race. Absolutely a crucial time in the race. The live has been restricted for sure. I'm not sure what happened exactly right there. Not sure at all, boys. What exactly happened there? No idea. No fucking idea, boys. No fucking idea. Anyway, we will copy this. Cancel. We will get into the live timing. We will go to the properties. We'll start off with this. Boys, stream is lagging, not sure why, but anyway, we are back on. We are back on. We will be seeing a lot of stuff here. We will be seeing a lot of stuff. The stream is shit at the moment. Absolute shit show. Need to adjust a lot of things on this platform. Absolutely shit. Missing the race because of this. Don't like it at all. Don't like it at all. Yep, we should be back on. Is anyone even watching the stream right now? Probably not. Probably not. But anyway, we'll be back on. Alex Albon is still at 17th. He's trying to make the moves, but will he be able to? Will he be able to make some moves on this thing? What do you guys think, chat? Chat, what do you guys think here? George Russell is still chasing Yuki Tsunoda, and Liam Lawson is still safe at third right now. And we are getting to a time where probably we will get some action, we will get some potential action on what exactly is happening here. Lance Stroll there driving his car very hard, trying to make a move on Franco Colapinto. He has the DRS. Franco Colapinto moves into the inside line, but Lance Stroll will have another chance there to get on to. And Alex Albon has taken his time to take a pit stop. At the 16th lap, he will change on to the hard tires and he will want to go all the way in the race. This will be very interesting. This will be very important at the time being. It will be very, very important because how can this play out for Alex Albon? Can he face some sort of possibility? Kimi Antonelli and George Russell are still on the toe of Liam Lawson, trying to make a move, taking the lead, getting on the podium places against Liam Lawson. Can they go ahead and actually pull it off here? Still, Liam Lawson is defending really, really well at the case being. Esteban Ocon making a move on Colapinto. Was it? Clean move. Clean move from Colapinto. There was a lockup from Lewis Hamilton. He lost 1.5 seconds on that lockup. And Isaac Hajar, I'm sure, would be seeing that very, very clearly, but he is a little far off from Hamilton. Oscar Piastri watching the race on his phone, sitting on the sidelines. And this kind of scenes are just crazy, bro. First, it was Charles Leclerc in Monza, and now it is Oscar Piastri being sitting on his chair watching the F1 on his phone. And that's absolutely, and there is contact from Alex Albon on Colapinto, and there is a yellow flag, but there is no crash, so I think it should be green. Yes, there was a spin, there was a chance of a spin off, there was a chance of a crash there, but Colapinto manages it beautifully. He didn't go into the wall there. That was a bad effort from Alex Albon. I think this should be investigated. This will be investigated for his betterment, and I think this will be penalized. It is a possibility. Let's be fair here. Alex Albon making a move on that side, actually not giving up. And they were fortunate there to not get into any crashes there. They were actually very fortunate not getting into any crashes. I think he lost some of his front wing there, Alex Albon, but other than that, because he had no control over that, he had no vision of that thing. He was very fortunate to not lose any of his car on the crash, on the spin. And this is the tricky part of the section, boys. This is the tricky part of the section, as I said to you before as well. If you don't go ahead and do your thing precisely with the perfect judgment, you will cause collisions, you will have stops, you will have yellow flags, you will have red flags. If you don't handle your car properly here, you will handle some issues. You will have some issues with the car. Absolutely. No doubt about that. There is a DRS train being continued for a while now. Liam Lawson, Kimi Antonelli, and George Russell. George Russell coming into pits, is it? It is Kimi Antonelli. Kimi Antonelli is in the pits. They're calling him early. They're calling him early inside. And they're trying to do an undercut here. They're trying to do an undercut. This would be very interesting for Kimi Antonelli as well. This will be very interesting going into the race. Kimi Antonelli is pitting here. Kimi Antonelli will be pitting. Kimi Antonelli trying an undercut here, boys. Kimi Antonelli is trying an undercut to be ahead of Liam Lawson and George Russell when the things come to that. But George Russell will keep pursuing Liam Lawson, and he will actually go ahead and do some things of his own. Because once and for all, the people on the medium tires will be coming in one after one. They will be coming in one after the again, and it will be a crucial moment for everyone trying to pit. 10-second time penalty for Alex Albon, and I think Alex Albon should retire, bro. Should retire. 10-second time penalty, already running 18th, and it is shit. And Charles Leclerc is being called into the box. Chat, Charles Leclerc is getting in the box right now. He will be pitting off. He will be putting on the hard tires. He will go till the end of the race. Charles Leclerc. How can this be pulled off? Will Ferrari be in advantage if Charles Leclerc is actually pitted this early? I mean, it was the time frame that you have to pit on the medium tires. This is the time frame between the 15th to 25th lap on the matter at hand. Whoever has a good quality of tire management can actually pull it off. But other than that, this is the time frame. This is the time frame between 15 to 20 laps, and you carry out the hard tires till the end of the race. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. George Russell still persistent, still on the tail of Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson should pit anytime soon. Probably this lap or the next lap. We have to see. But Liam Lawson will be on a lot of pressure, and it will be a crucial call made by the Racing Bulls team to actually decide whether Liam Lawson should actually pit at this moment. It will be a crucial point in this strategy. Can Liam Lawson carry out a couple of more laps? Can Liam Lawson actually go ahead? No, he is coming into the pits, and George Russell will be flying ahead, and he is in the podium places as of now. But George Russell, remember guys, is still on the hard tires. He will need to pit eventually, but according to the predictions, Liam Lawson will actually come out just ahead of Kimi Antonelli. It is a very clean stop. It is a very beautiful stop. Just 2.3 seconds. You can see Liam Lawson coming out of the pits. Kimi Antonelli just behind him, and Liam Lawson keeps the lead coming out of the pits. This is the real deal, but the distance is just so less. Kimi Antonelli can easily take the lead coming the main straight. This will be very crucial. How much can Liam Lawson defend Kimi Antonelli? Because Kimi Antonelli would want to make this move very early, otherwise his tire will degrade a lot in the dirty air of Liam Lawson. So Kimi Antonelli cannot pursue this for a long period of time. He can't push his car so close to the racing bull for a long time, because he will be driving in the dirty air and it will cause tire wear, and that can lead to a faster degradation of his hard tires. Kimi Antonelli would want to make this move as quickly, as early as possible, because things are about to be very interesting on this race. It will be so interesting. It will be crazy interesting. Kimi Antonelli trying to make a move. He has the inside line and he makes the move very cleanly way before the turn 1. But having said that, Liam Lawson will be on his tail now and he would be in the DRS zone, and he would want to get into the DRS and overtake him again. Kimi Antonelli will be under pressure now from Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson trying to make a move. Not this time, says Kimi Antonelli. Nice defense from Kimi Antonelli, moving one side to the other, blocking off Liam Lawson and securing the place. But having said that, Liam Lawson would want to make the move coming the turn 16th. As we were talking about, Kimi Antonelli would want to make this move very quickly. We have to say that if Liam Lawson wants to take the lead here of Kimi Antonelli, he would want to make it as early as possible, because as we said, tire wear in dirty air is the real deal here. It is the real deal here. Absolutely. If you can't push your car, you can't get the deals. That is the thing, boys. That is the thing. Kimi Antonelli taking the turn 15. Both pursuing the turn 16 right now. Kimi Antonelli gaining an advantage. Liam Lawson just drifting apart. Just drifting a little far away, because they don't want to drive in the dirty air of Kimi Antonelli for a long while. It will be very interesting. Liam Lawson, Kimi Antonelli has the fastest lap till now. Manages to do a fastest lap. Verstappen and Sainz carrying out his medium tires till the lap 23. That is an amazing tire management from Carlos Sainz till now. He would have to put on the hard tires for sure, but how much he can push his mediums, that is the question here. We are almost there on the halfway stage of the race, so he will need to be pitting anytime soon. Carlos Sainz is being chased off by George Russell, but there is a huge gap between the two. Almost 4 seconds there on the half. But Carlos Sainz with the mediums carrying out till the lap 23rd, 24th. It is a huge deal. That is a great tire management done there by Carlos Sainz. But having said that, the tire wear in Baku is generally very low. If you manage your tires really well, if you manage your tires beautifully, you can actually go the whole race here. Because it is a street circuit, it is not designed to be doing racing. The tire wear, because of the temperature and the traction, is pretty low in this track. So if you do your math correctly, if you do your things correctly, one stopper is the way to go. But having said that, the mediums, getting the lasted tires on the mediums It is there, bro. It is there. This is a brilliant effort from Carlos Sainz, and I don't think Carlos Sainz is pitting yet. He's carrying out the lap 24 along with Max Verstappen on his medium tires. Brilliant, brilliant effort. He almost went to the lengths of a hard tire with a medium tire. That is absolutely crazy stuff. Crazy good tire management there from Carlos Sainz. But you can see his times getting a little far off because his tires are wearing off slowly and steadily. He is losing a little bit of time, so I think it is time to get your pit stop in. This is the perfect time. You have a little bit of advantage on George Russell. You can actually utilize that, make the lap, make an undercut, and actually go ahead of everyone there on the track. Rishita says I'm happy pastry is out. That's what I was saying to the chat, that my girlfriend hates Piastri. He calls him pastry, and she would be very happy today. And that's what she's written, guys. That's what she's written in the chat. Is there a chance of a rain, guys? Did we see a chance on the radar? भाई मैक्स वर्स्टैपन इज ऑन द हार्ड टायर स्टिल इन द लीड डूड. साइंस से आगे बढ़ चुका हूं मैं. साइंस से आगे बढ़ चुके हैं हम. And you know, till now I was doing the whole stream in English. As soon as you came on, I'm doing the stream in Hindi. Let's keep the language as English, boys. No, boys, guys, chat. What should I say? Because you don't like boys. Even Norris hasn't had a pit stop yet either. I have a feeling he's also managing his tires really well. Isaac Hadjar without a stop either. It is Lance Stroll without a stop. But everyone will be on a pit lane train right now. It will be on a pit lane train. It will be happening. Charles Leclerc has already made his stop. He will be going ahead onto this race till the end. He's just behind Liam Lawson. And there is a possibility that if he plays his things right, if he can save his battery, if he can save his power till the end, he can actually be on the podium right now, because Antonelli, as things stand, will be finishing third, Liam Lawson will be fourth, and Charles Leclerc will be fifth, right? Yeah, so that will be there. So if Charles Leclerc plays it right, if he makes the moves correctly at the right time, manages his battery and performance on the car, I think he has a good possibility of getting on the podium as well. Ferrari has nothing to do with this. Ferrari has nothing to do with this, because it is all about Charles Leclerc right now, because he has already gotten his pit stop out of the way. He's already had a pit stop. So it is all about the driving now. It is not going to be about... Yeah, that's pretty much that. Liam Lawson is under pressure from Charles Leclerc. He's slowly and steadily getting into the DRS zone for Charles Leclerc. Brilliant pace, says the Red Bull management. There is nothing to worry about regarding Max and Sainz, because Sainz is on the medium tires. He will be pitting on for the hards, and Verstappen will be pitting on for the mediums. So even if they come out at the same time, they will actually be a long way off, because Verstappen will have more pace on the mediums coming to the end of the race. and because the Carlos Sainz will be on the hards. So Verstappen will have the speed advantage as of that matter. That's all. Charles Leclerc chasing off Liam Lawson. Yeah, I wouldn't let Russell get within the undercut, a form we are monitoring. Sh- Carlos Sainz is a little afraid that going so long on the medium tires can actually go off badly for Williams at the point, because George Russell is slowly and steadily gaining on Carlos Sainz. So he would want to go onto the undercut with George Russell. He would want to take an advantage. He would want to come out ahead of George Russell out of the pit stop. That is what he was saying to the pit crew. Lewis Hamilton is actually sixth right now, and I don't think he has had a pit stop yet. Lewis Hamilton is managing, he is one of the best when it comes to managing his tires in the whole grid. So, Lewis Hamilton, if he can take his hard tires a little more ahead, I think they can be looking at a one stopper but with the soft tires. That is a possibility that cannot be, you know, taken out of consideration, because this track this time of the year is generally very hot, but right now this time is actually pretty interesting, because the track temperatures are down, the track temperatures are pretty solid, and very low, to be honest, so the tires actually go for more distance. The championship right now is looking very secure. The Max Verstappen win would actually secure a very good lead in terms of, lowering the deficit, because Norris is at fourth currently. He will actually go on and pit again. So Verstappen coming out first, that is without a question. And as things stand, McLaren are going to drop some points, because Norris will go out at seventh or eighth position going ahead. Verstappen will stay first, so the deficit between the two will be cut off. And I want to see. I am interested, like how forward is Piastri actually. Piastri is way ahead, almost a 100-point lead. So I don't think that is going to be cut down from Verstappen. But yeah, that's that. That's that, boys. बॉयज नहीं बोलना है ना यार, बॉयज नहीं बोलना है, बॉयज बॉयज नहीं बोलना है. आई नो आई रिमेंबर, आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू दैट. गाली मत देना. But anyway, we were talking about the race currently, how things stand. Need to refresh actually this scene here. Liam Lawson is under pressure from Kimi Antonelli. No, it is Isaac Hajar. Hasn't a pit stop, right? He also is standing there without a pit stop. So Hajar will probably lose a lot of places there. Carlos Sainz takes up the place ahead of Kimi Antonelli and Liam Lawson, as I expected them to do. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Dude, this is not refreshing. We need to check what's happening here. We should pit before he overtakes me. We are looking after you, don't worry. Isaac Hajar. Anyway, this is going to be very interesting. George Russell is second right now and Carlos Sainz is sixth. The gap is 18 seconds. The average time lost is 19 seconds here. So as things stand, Carlos Sainz will actually come out of the pit ahead of George Russell, but just about ahead, because George Russell is pushing right now as we speak, because he would want to take in his pit stop in the next 5 laps and continue with his medium. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So yeah. Isaac Hajar is coming into the pits as we speak. Hajar coming into the pits. How many places will he lose? That is the question. That is a beautiful, sumptuous pit stop. 2.2 seconds. Absolutely brilliant. He will be coming out of the pits ahead of the Aston Martin in Lance Stroll and Nico Hülkenberg with the Kick Sauber. 100% a good pit stop. Very clean, very decent. But interesting thing, Will Hamilton's pit stop will be fucked off by Ferrari. Will they fuck up a pit stop and let Hamilton struggle? That is the real deal, because we haven't seen a Ferrari pit stop fuck up in a long while. Can it happen today with Lewis Hamilton? Norris is still going with his mediums. 29 laps in. What are these guys planning? But you have to take into account that you can't use the same compound tires for the whole race. You will have to take another set of tires. So if you're using a medium or a hard tire, you cannot use the medium tire or a hard tire again in the race. You can actually, but you have to use a minimum of 2 different compounds. So if you have started on the mediums, you can use the mediums only if you use another set of compounds like soft or hards. That is the rate. Charles Leclerc closing in on Liam Lawson. He's actually pretty close, pretty close there. Charles Leclerc. He will get a chance off the turn 2. He will get the DRS, I'm pretty sure. He opens his flap, goes ahead, tries to make a move, getting the close in, but not enough to make a move. Wanted to make a move on this turn, but he's trying to constantly chase him down and get his things on. Liam Lawson is chased by Charles Leclerc, but Charles Leclerc would want to make the chase quickly, because the dirty air coming out of Liam Lawson would actually degrade Charles Leclerc's tires quickly. So he would want to make the move stick in a lap or 2, because if he continues tailgating, being very close to Liam Lawson, he will lose his tires pretty quickly, and there is a possibility that a puncture happens as well. But the chances are low this time around in Baku, because the track temperatures, the atmosphere is very cold as of now. It is not very hot that it is usually around Baku. Even with hot temperatures, people actually are comfortable with one stopper strategy. They will be here as well. So that's why we're seeing the hard tire guys actually not pitting right now. They are leaving a room for possibility of taking a soft tires at the end, because the tires are not actually getting degraded that easily in this race. Charles Leclerc having the DRS open again. He's still chasing Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson still manages to just be ahead just a little bit, to actually be ahead of Charles Leclerc there. Gabriel Bortoleto is actually trying to make a move on Esteban Ocon down the back. but he will take time there. Charles Leclerc, his chance of getting a podium is standing or heavily on how early can he make a move on Liam Lawson and start chasing Kimi Antonelli. That is the case here, boys. That is the case. Max Verstappen is on the hard tires. He would want to get the pit stop in any moment soon. But that is what I feel because the track temperatures are down. If any of the teams are having an extra set of soft tires in the game, they should actually go ahead and test the limits of the hard tires and get the soft tires in for the final 10 laps. 5 to 7 laps even. It is a possibility. We can see a difference. We can see a difference made by that. Especially for Hamilton, who will be coming out very, very far away from the points if he pits right now. So I would say you have to take a chance to actually go ahead with the tires on the hard tires, stretch it out and get the softs if you have them available. I'm not sure if I have the data correctly on my system, but I'm not sure if anyone has the soft tires remaining. But because usually the soft tires are used during qualifying and practice sessions to actually simulate the qualifying. So if anyone wants to use the soft tires, they will need to use the used set of softs. They won't be able to use a new set of softs. That is the thing here. Yuki Tsunoda is told to pick up the pace here because Yuki Tsunoda is currently at third. He hasn't had the pit stop yet. He would want to come out before George Russell and Williams of Carlos Sainz. So that is the case here. Yuki Tsunoda, if he wants to have a podium finish today, he would want to go ahead and get the pace up. He would want to come out ahead of Carlos Sainz and Kimi Antonelli. Even if not Carlos Sainz, Kimi Antonelli would be the deciding factor if he can come out of that. Because he has the distance, he has the time on his hands. If he can make the move for a while, if he can actually go ahead and take a couple of seconds off on the couple of laps, he has a very good chance of finishing on the podium. Yuki Tsunoda can actually get his first career podium today if things are played out correctly by him. For sure. Would you guys want to see a double Red Bull podium today? Chat, tell me if you want to see the double podium today. Still, Charles Leclerc is not able to overtake Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson needs to be very quick. He is defending off pretty well, and the dirty air is going to harm Charles Leclerc in the long run, coming the end of this race. Lewis Hamilton's replay, what happened there? Did he clip off a little bit of that wall on turn 15? He actually did touch, just sniffed out of the turn 15 there. Charles Leclerc still chasing, and in that process, Kimi Antonelli is gaining a lot of places on Liam Lawson. Gaining a lot of time, should I say. He's gaining a lot of time on Liam Lawson. Max Verstappen still hasn't pitted, and I think there is a possibility, as I discussed with you guys earlier, that we can see a soft tire being played out, a used soft even. There is a possibility. Max Verstappen, as things stand, will be cutting out the deficit by 12 points, which is not much, to be honest. But you have to understand that Norris is yet to pit as well. So things can get pretty interesting and coming to the end of this race. Gaby Bortoleto makes a move on Esteban Ocon. Hamilton कहाँ finish करेगा? Boys, tell me where is Hamilton going to finish today? Where will Hamilton finish today? Predictions. Will he finish in the points, outside the points? Will he be in the top 5? Probably not. Very low chance, but can he manage to pull off some points on this Ferrari? We're sure Charles Leclerc would be off with the points, but can Hamilton also go ahead and get some points for Ferrari in this race? You don't care about Hamilton, but people do. Max is already winning, you don't have to worry about that. Max is already winning. He is already 13, 14 seconds off of Russell in the second place, who is also yet to pit. And there is a lot of gap behind him as well. He has a lot of time to spare. He will be in the lead no matter what. So a Max win is completely guaranteed here until and unless there's something that happens in the pit lane. That's the only thing that can stop Max Verstappen from winning. People care about Hamilton, dude. Boomer people probably not, but a lot of people do care about Hamilton. He's a legend, dude. Put some respect on his name. You have to respect Hamilton. You can't hate Hamilton. One of the legendary drivers, dude. Highest wins in F1. Highest number of titles in F1. Boomer. He's the Thala of F1, you know that? He's the Thala of F1. थाला को गाली देगा तो थाला सन्स आ जाएंगे ना मेरे भाई. थाला को गाली नहीं देनी चाहिए. थाला sons are everywhere. Be safe. Yeah, everyone is catching up on him. He's done, dude. I think he will retire out of depression out of this season. Carlos Sainz, where is he finishing? Still, no one is in the mood to actually pit right now. There is no one in the mood to pit, but Hamilton now takes the time to make the pit stop and he will be taking the medium tires. According to me, it will be the mediums. Absolutely, it is the mediums. Very good stop, very clean stop for Hamilton there. He's coming out ahead of Isaac Hajar in 10th, and he will be in points as things stand right behind Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton comes out of the pits at 9th position, but he will gain some places because still Lando Norris is yet to pit, George Russell is yet to pit, and Yuki Tsunoda is yet to pit. So 3 of the top 4 are yet to pit. Sorry, all of the top 4 are yet to pit. So that will be very interesting. Everyone is yet to pit. Lando will be coming into pit for sure. Box. He will be on the medium tires. Google Chrome tires by aesthetic. Don't you think? Google Chrome tires, the design is very aesthetic on the McLaren. More people should do it, don't you think? Lando Norris is going like crazy in the pits. He needs to slow down, my guy. Very slow stop. Lando Norris takes a lot of time to stop. 4 seconds on that stop. Will it cost him? Will it cost him? It It was not technically a fuck up, but it was actually a slow stop. Things could have been a lot worse, but it was just 2 seconds off. 1.5 seconds is a lot when it comes to Formula One. He again comes in between Leclerc and Hamilton. As he started the race off after the yellow flag, he was sandwiched between the two Ferraris. And that happens again. And Charles Leclerc is still chasing Liam Lawson. Just get it done already, man. Just get it done already. How much time do you need to get past the racing bull? Get it done already. Come on. Leclerc. Leclerc. There was a slow stop from McLaren, dude. For sure, that was a very slow stop from McLaren. And it ended up badly. Absolutely badly. George Russell and Carlos Sainz have the gap of 19 seconds. So as things stand, George Russell has actually gained an advantage on Carlos Sainz, and Yuki Tsunoda with a very, very sumptuous, very smooth stop. But where will he come out? Will he come out of ahead of Liam Lawson? You can see on the background, Liam Lawson is coming ahead, and he comes right ahead of Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson making a move on Yuki Tsunoda, and he makes the move. Liam Lawson is ahead of Yuki Tsunoda in 5th, and now Charles Leclerc is chasing Yuki Tsunoda now instead of Liam Lawson. Wow, this is absolutely good. Absolutely crazy racing, my guys. Absolutely crazy racing. Liam Lawson saw a chance, saw a margin, and he made the move to take the lead and get rid of Charles Leclerc on his tail. Now it's Yuki Tsunoda's problem, dude. It is Yuki Tsunoda's problem. You take care of it. I will take the lead. That's what Liam Lawson said to Yuki Tsunoda out of the pits. And now you can see now, Liam Lawson is actually gaining on Yuki Tsunoda. He's already 2 seconds ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. So that is absolutely crazy good move from Liam Lawson. Absolutely amazing. George Russell is coming into pits. Smooth stop again. Very smooth stop. Where will George Russell come out? Can he come out of Carlos Sainz front wing? He just comes out ahead of Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz, as things stand, is still on the podium, but he is way behind George Russell there. The overcut of George Russell and Mercedes worked because he comes out ahead of the Williams with the medium tires to add to their advantage. So if you guys don't know what an overcut is, I will explain it to you very briefly. The overcut is when an opponent pits early and you keep the momentum going, you keep the drive going, and you gain an advantage. So when you come to the pit, you get an advantage when you come out, and that's exactly what George Russell and Mercedes did there. Absolutely great. He gained a couple of seconds of advantage, and he actually got off the wheel and he went on to take the lead. As things stand, Carlos Sainz is still on the podium, but he loses out on the second position that he could have finished at. Verstappen is coming into the box. He has a 30-second margin to actually go ahead, and it is a very clean stop, very decent stop. He will come out of everyone in the lead, and he will be winning the race as it stands. His 34th win in Formula One, and it will be Max Verstappen who will be taking the checkered flag as things stand. until and unless we have some final moments drama with the safety car or a red flag or anything like that. But as things stand, it will be Max Verstappen. There is Lando Norris making a move on Charles Leclerc, and he was successful. Very clean overtake before turn 1, and he is in the lead ahead of the two Ferraris. He's out of the sandwich of Ferraris. Swap positions, says the team principal, the race engineer of Ocon and Behrman in Haas. I'm not sure if it will make any difference at this moment. Alex Albon has gained a lot of positions, but he has got a 10-second penalty. You have to remember that. So even if he goes up and takes the 10th place, he will be not finishing in the points. He will be finishing 10 seconds behind. That is the case. That will be the case. George Russell, did he overspeed on the pit lane or did he not? Is it under investigation, chat? Is it under investigation? Tell me. I felt like he was a little bit fast on that pit lane, but he comes out of pit lane ahead of Carlos Sainz without any doubt. Max Verstappen in a comfortable lead. Even if he just slows down a little bit for the next 10 laps, he will still win the race for sure. And Sainz is actually gaining a lot. Carlos Sainz is losing a lot of time on George Russell, and that's what we heard on the radio as well. He's saying Russell is on the faster and fresher tires, so that will be the case. But still, a podium is a very strong result for Williams coming into this race. It could have been better if not for the crash of Alex Albon in the qualifying. I'm sure if Carlos Sainz, I'm saying Carlos Sainz, no, I'm talking about Alex Albon. Alex Albon, if he were to be in the qualifying, had he not crashed his car, I think he could have been in the Q3 and we could have seen double points for Williams and probably even like top 5 finishes for sure. Reports of light rain at turn 16. We saw a few drops of rain yesterday as well in qualifying, but I don't think that will matter that much. It is just drops of qualifying. We can see a couple of crashes with that matter, but apart from it, I don't think it will be a heavy rain as of now. So that's pretty much that. Saying this live timing is shit. Need to find other websites for the live timing. It is so shit. Anyway, Tsunoda is catching on to Liam Lawson now. He's chasing Liam Lawson. I think Leclerc has just put on his brakes and not actually going ahead and chasing Tsunoda because he was in the dirty air for so long. He needs to save his tires as well. Yuki Tsunoda making a move. No one has the inside line. He's following the split stream and he just is safe. But he will get another chance going into the turn 2. He will have DRS open. Can he make a move on Liam Lawson? Can Tsunoda go ahead and make a move on Liam Lawson standing at this point? They swapped positions with Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. They let Lewis Hamilton go ahead. So I think they feel that Lewis Hamilton has more pace than Charles Leclerc. And of course, he's on the medium tire, so he can probably get out and chase Norris out of position during the later phase of the stage. This can get very interesting. Absolutely. The end will be absolutely stunning. Because there are a lot of drivers and a lot of drivers in the DRS zone of many drivers. It can be a DRS train and anyone can finish anywhere coming to the end of the race. Norris, Tsunoda and Lawson are in a DRS train as we speak. It is possible that Liam Lawson loses out a couple of places and then lose another place to Hamilton and actually finish on 8th or 9th coming to the end of the race. A lot of defending to do for Liam Lawson, Tsunoda and Norris right on his tail to chase him off his position in 5th. So anything can happen at this point. Chat, would you want to see Lawson finish 5th or Tsunoda or Norris finish 5th? What's your call? Who would you like to see more on the 5th position? Because the top 3, top 4, I think pretty clear, pretty decent. I'm not sure if anything is going to change. All the fight is for that 5th position. And the people fighting for it are Liam Lawson, Yuki Tsunoda, Lando Norris, and on a far away side, Lewis Hamilton as well. Who do you think is going to take the all-important 5th place, and where will Liam Lawson finish? Coming to this point, there is a possibility, a huge possibility of a huge fight coming to the end of the race. Isaac Haja will be finishing on the 10th. He will get a point for Racing Bulls in this race after qualifying at 5th, but things will be changing any moment. Chat, bata do yaar. Tell me what is happening. Who will be taking the all-important 5th place in this race? Because the top 4 seem to be very organized, very predictable at this point in the race. Yuki Tsunoda trying to make a move on Liam Lawson, turn 1. Very good defending from Liam Lawson again on turn 1. That is the corner where you are under threat the most, and he actually defends it pretty well for the second time running in couple of laps. And remember, Yuki Tsunoda and Lando Norris has DRS, but not Liam Lawson. Norris is also chasing off Yuki Tsunoda. He wants that place from him. Yuki Tsunoda completely focused. Up top, I think nothing is going to change. Can, Bortoleto, I think we have the 10 drivers at this point who will be finishing in points. I don't think anything is going to change. It is the matter of who will finish where. It all is about who will finish on that 5th position, because the train that is going around from the 5th to the 9th position, everyone is in play. Probably not Leclerc, but everyone from Lawson to Hamilton is fighting for that all-important 5th place in this race. This will be a very great ending. If things go pretty well, Yuki Tsunoda again will be trying out of turn 16 to go into the long straight of 2 kilometers. And Hamilton is saying, I'm not able to catch up with the other guys. They are very fast. Hamilton is actually losing a bit of confidence at the end there. Liam Lawson is 2.5 seconds ahead of him. Can he catch him up? Probably not. Looks unlikely, but he's still in that DRS train. He is still in that DRS train to chase off Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson doing a fantastic job. He's doing a mega job at actually defending his place for a numerous number of laps. I think I'm seeing his defending for like 5 laps at least. The closest anyone has got has been on the turn 1, Yuki Tsunoda on the last lap. That has been the closest call that has been done or happened during the race right now with Liam Lawson. But he's defending with heart, he's defending with courage. We're in the castle section as we speak. for the race. Everyone has moved on to the castle section. We will be going on to the turn 15 soon. Turn 15 and 16 will be very crucial to gain advantage. Here we go into the turn 15. There is no room for error. There is a small margin with the wall there. You can't go wrong there. There is a turn 16. You have a wide exit out of that turn. Lewis Hamilton losing a lot of time on the cars ahead. He has lost some time. Yuki Tsunoda has dropped off just a little bit out of Liam Lawson's car. He is actually just right in the DRS zone. He will be chasing off on that long 2-kilometer straight that is the Baku's longest straight. It is the longest straight in F1 calendar. If the DRS happens to be very quick, your car goes to 350 kilometers an hour with an open DRS in clean air. You have the DRS again right after turn 2. You will be chased off on the DRS on the turn 2 again, but Liam Lawson is maintaining his pace, maintaining his tires, and he is defending again. There is another lap, another defense from Liam Lawson. No one is getting closer. Mega drive from Liam Lawson. Brilliant defending being done from Liam Lawson right now. Chat, what are we thinking for the final 5 laps of the race? Who is taking the position of number 5? Is Liam Lawson going to get beaten early? As things stand, Yuki Tsunoda has drifted away from the DRS zone. Yuki Tsunoda is out of the DRS zone as we speak. He is gaining again. He would want to go out of the castle section into the turn 16 with less than 1 second behind Liam Lawson. Chat, what do you think? What do you think? Tell me who is finishing on 5th. This DRS train from Liam Lawson to Lewis Hamilton. Everyone is a contender. Will anyone fuck up from here? Will anyone crash out from here? Will we see someone going off the runway? This DRS train is going to get even crazier by the cometh of 51st lap. And Liam Lawson is again defending pretty well. Everyone is trying to get onto the split stream of Liam Lawson, but Liam Lawson is holding his ground. He is holding his pace. Things are pretty interesting. Again, DRS opens after turn 2. Liam Lawson defending with heart. But I think people should be more courageous. They are, of course, making do of the split stream. They are making the most of it. But I think you have to take the inside line when you are overtaking at turn 1. And that will give you the best chance of actually getting closer to the opponent. The battery is done. Norris's battery is gone, so he will actually have to lose some pace, and Lewis Hamilton's battery is at 40% and he will have a final push. He will have a final push, and I think Norris might lose a position here. We were talking about Liam Lawson, but I think there is a possibility that Lando Norris might end up losing his position to Lewis Hamilton, because the final 2 laps he would want to push the hardest, push his car the hardest, and use that battery to generate more power. We're on the turn 16 and we will have the long straight to take into account. Let's see by the end of this long straight what will be happening. Can Lewis Hamilton gain a little bit of time on Lando Norris? Hamilton getting close, but not quite enough. He actually did gain 0.3 of a second on that DRS zone. He will have a chance again. Can he pull it off again? Can he gain some advantage on Lando Norris again? Can he gain it? Liam Lawson still ahead, defending really well. Lewis Hamilton chasing Norris. Lewis Hamilton very close now. He is in that striking distance, just 0.5 seconds away, 0.5 of a second away. Can he keep up the pace? Can he keep up the pace for a couple of more laps and take out Lando Norris out of his 7th place. We're going into the narrow streets. We're going down the turn 7. Turn 7 and 8 are the most dangerous into the castle section. We're going ahead. We're taking the fast corners flat out without pushing off the throttle. Chat, tell me, is Lewis Hamilton going to make the move? We're down to the turn 15. Lewis Hamilton just safe from clipping the end of his car. On to the turn 16 now. Lewis Hamilton looks to be very closer than he was on the last lap here. He's looking very close. This is going to end very, very nicely for Lewis Hamilton if he can pick up the pace. DRS is wide open. He is in the DRS zone. So is Norris. So is Tsunoda. But Liam Lawson still making his time to make and take his lead into the turn 1. Hamilton closer than ever now. Just 0.5 of a second away. He has the DRS. He has the DRS open. Can he gain again? Can he make a move? Not this lap. As interesting as it might be, no one is actually able to make a move and get to the striking distance of any of the drivers. There is a DRS train. Everyone has DRS, and Liam Lawson, what pace, what management, what defense he is actually producing here. He's actually producing a great result. Norris is very close to Yuki Tsunoda here. Can Norris make a move here, guys? Guys, tell me. You're not engaging me. Tell me your thoughts. Who is taking the 5th place? Tell me. On the turn 15 now. Going straight ahead. Liam Lawson still holding his time. Still holding his space. Defending really, really well. You know, defending is all about just delaying that overtake, because the dirty air will cause the drivers at the back just lose their tires very quickly. So they will have to drift off or they will have to push more. If they push more, the tires go out again. If they want to manage the tires, the longer you stay ahead of them, the better chance you have to actually be in the lead too. It is not about the changing of lanes. It is not about changing of tires. It is about staying in the lead, being consistent. Let the dirty air out of your back onto your opponent at the back. That is how it will be. That is how it will be. Yuki Tsunoda still going ahead. It is Max Verstappen who is still in the lead. We are into the final lap. He's coming around. He's coming around turn 15. Max Verstappen. He's coming around the last slow corner. He's coming around the turn 16. A very quick 17, 18, 19 and 20th corner. You're going to take that flat out. He's going to take the checkered flag. He's going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. He's coming down the main straight. He's celebrating. Everyone is ready to celebrate. There is the checkered flag, and Max Verstappen wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. What an effort. What a race. What a management of tires from Max Verstappen. And he takes the checkered flag and he wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Russell finishes right after him, and the Williams of Carlos Sainz is actually on the podium today. And that is a mega effort from Williams team, and a lot of credit has to go to Carlos Sainz, because his qualifying lap was the main reason why he was on the front row and he is finishing off on the podium. Liam Lawson finishes 5th, putting his Racing Bull in the 5th position and defending with heart, defending with courage, defending absolutely strongly against the likes of Tsunoda, Norris, Hamilton and Leclerc. There were times that Liam Lawson had chance to lose the place, but he kept on pushing. He kept on defending. He actually kept on doing all those things that he had to do. Because the more dirty air you push out, the better chance you have at actually defending your case. And that is it, boys. That is the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for you. We had a beautiful, beautiful race here. We had a lot to see. We had a lot to know. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely fabulous. It was a great day indeed for the racing. We have seen some of the most brilliant moves going into the race. We saw a lot of heart in defending. We saw a lot of drama. We had everything in this race, except we had also a crash. We also had a crash. How can you forget that? Oscar Piastri, late on the start, he crashed into turn 5 and we got a yellow flag very early on in the first lap itself. But yeah, that is the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for you. A lot of pace, a lot of overtaking to be done, a lot of defending to be done, and it was a win for Max Verstappen with George Russell and Williams of Carlos Sainz on the podium. What was your favorite moment, chat, of the race? Tell me in the chat what were your favorite moments from the race. Mine is, of course, the Liam Lawson's crazy good defense. Of course, Max Verstappen win is one, but the defense of Liam Lawson against the likes of the mega drivers and mega teams of Ferrari, McLaren, and Red Bull in Yuki Tsunoda, in Lando Norris, in Lewis Hamilton, one of the greatest drivers out there this season in history, and Liam Lawson defended with his heart. That is my favorite moment by far. Driver of the day for me is Liam Lawson, boys. Liam Lawson is the driver of the day for me. If you want to count Carlos Sainz, you can count Carlos Sainz. He is actually on the podium today. He managed his tires. He pushed his medium tires till the end. That was a mega effort from Carlos Sainz. Absolutely. But my favorite part, my driver of the day is Liam Lawson by far, without any doubt. Who is your driver of the day, chat? Please let me know who is your driver of the day. Tell me in the chat. I'm waiting, chat. Who is your driver of the day? Tell me, chat. Tell me. Come on. I want to know who is your driver of the day. Brilliant race, man. Brilliant race. We saw everything. Let's start from the start, shall we? Let's review the race real quick. The start of the race was clean, very clean. But Fernando Alonso had a jump start. He had a penalty. Oscar Piastri just froze. He just froze on the track. He froze on the grid and he crashed his car into the turn 5 of the first lap itself. He had a safety car. Then Max Verstappen delayed the start of the safety car. He delayed. And then he went off. We went off racing again. Liam Lawson lost a couple of places. Isaac Hadjar had a brilliant run, but he had to lose places to Yuki Tsunoda, Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc eventually, and had a pit very late in the game. And it was a decent day for Isaac Hadjar. He's actually in the points. He is finishing 10th, absolutely. But Liam Lawson actually lost the places to Kimi Antonelli first. Then he lost his place to Russell. But he actually made sure that he doesn't lose the place to any of the other guys. Mega drive. What was your moment of the day, guys? Moment of the race? Tell me in the chat. Boys, go on, tell me in the chat. I want to know your favorite moments of the race. Was it the overcut of Russell? The overcut in pit stop. Russell's overcut worked brilliantly against Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz was actually leading, but the delaying of the pit stop, making that overcut, gaining that advantage was absolutely strategic. It was absolutely fun to watch. Lando Norris could have produced or gone a little bit up, I feel, probably a couple of places, if not for that pit stop, that bad pit stop that he had. But apart from it, Lando Norris had a solid game. I think he finished where he started. Uh, he was on seventh, and I think he finished on seventh. Was it? I think so. I think he finished on seventh, right? If I'm not wrong. Yeah, he actually finished on seventh, so actually not gaining anything out of that. But I want to know your thoughts, chat. Kahan ho chat? Please tell me what are your favorite moments out of this race? What are your favorite moments out of this race? Tell me. Let me know. This is your standings, boys. This is your final standings. How did you find the race to be? Alex Albon actually finished 11th, but he has a 10-second penalty, so he would be out and about anytime soon. I mean, he has a 10-second penalty, so he will drop off. He was not in the points. It doesn't matter at this point. But mega race from Leclerc and Hamilton both. If they had a little bit of luck, they had a little bit of power in that Mercedes, they would have pulled off some really cool stuff, I have a feeling. But other than that, let's talk about the podium finishes. First, Max Verstappen, absolutely mega. Absolutely, what Max Verstappen does is what he did today. There was never any doubt. Since the start, he was actually gaining. He was never any doubt. He was in control. He was doing his things, normal things that he does always. And he actually pulled off a win quite comfortably. There was no competition up front at all because, of course, Red Bull has an advantage of the pace in front of Williams and Liam Lawson. If it were McLaren on second, it was Ferrari on the second or third, I think he could have faced some issues. But because it was Williams and Racing Bull on the second and third position behind him, he actually was able to take that lead up front. He was able to take the lead to like 20 seconds, 30 seconds off the front, and he managed a win quite comfortably. And then coming on to Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz has a solid game. He was actually beaten by an overcut by George Russell, who came out of the pits by with medium tires rather, and he actually pulled off a very good overcut content. I mean, cut and strategy of Mercedes was pretty brilliant, pretty good driving from George Russell, actually getting forward, getting gaining, and yeah, overcut worked out pretty well. Talking about Antonelli, he had a decent race. He had a solid race. He actually overtook Liam Lawson to get into the fourth place. Into the third place, it was earlier, but later out lost to George Russell and actually go ahead and finished fourth ahead of Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson, absolutely driver of the day for me without any doubt, because the defending at the last 10 laps was absolutely amazing. Do you agree with me, chat? Did you like the defending of Liam Lawson? One of the craziest defending performances I've seen. He was holding off Yuki Tsunoda in the back. He was holding off Lando Norris. He was holding off Lewis Hamilton. He was on top. He was on top, boys. He was on top. There was never any doubt in his mind. He was confident in his car. He was confident with his driving. He was pushing constantly without damaging anything. And the driving is absolutely fun, boys. The driving is absolutely fun. This was the stream, boys. This was the stream. And there we end the stream, guys. That's where we end the stream. I would take your leave. We will probably review the game today. We will actually review the race today. But if you have any questions for me, please let me know, because this race was absolutely bonkers. Loved the race, loved the things, and everything included in that. Liam Lawson, driver of the day for me by far, without a doubt. The defending, the driving, he didn't actually perform any overtakes to say the least, but that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. Ferrari, on the other hand, let's discuss a little bit about Ferrari before exiting the stream at this moment. Ferrari actually had a decent enough race. Like half of the race for Ferrari was done at qualifying itself, because qualifying was the important part here, especially for Lewis Hamilton, because he was not able to actually perform the overtakes and he was not actually able to match the pace of the opponents he was facing, like McLaren, like Red Bull. He was not able to face that. And apart from it, Charles Leclerc also messed up in qualifying. He actually crashed his car into turn 15 and that cost him. So qualifying, whatever people say, makes a difference. No matter how good you are at racing, but if you don't qualify well, you will not get results, and that is the most important part in Formula One. People say racing craft should be there. Yes, but racing craft will win you a couple of races. It will get you points in a couple of races. But apart from it, if you look at it objectively, if you see it in an objective manner, racing craft is fine, but the car performance, the driving performance is actually tested in qualifying. So qualifying in any race, that is what I believe is the most important part. If you're qualifying way ahead of your opponents, you will actually go ahead and win the race and you will perform really well. But yeah, that's what happened in today's race itself. You will see the qualifying result for Carlos Sainz, the qualifying result for Liam Lawson, the qualifying result for Isaac Haja, Kimi Antonelli even worked out pretty well, because Kimi Antonelli was qualifying at the back and he was getting out of points. But in coming this game, Kimi Antonelli had a good qualifying and he actually got ahead and got the points. So qualifying actually makes a difference at any race for that matter. For sure, boys, for sure. That absolutely matters here. That absolutely matters on the front. But having said that, I will take your leave, boys. I will take your leave. It was a good stream. It was fun to watch. It was fun to have it all with you guys. And yeah, I will take your leave. Have a good day, boys. Tata. Bye bye. Thank you for your time. And I will see you in the next one. Probably today we will be seeing Manchester City versus Arsenal tomorrow. Today, in a couple of hours. So we will be seeing you in that. Alright, guys. Have a good day. See you soon in another race, in another Singapore, probably, or qualifying, anything at all. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright. Have a good day, boys. Tata. Bye bye. Thank you.